What time you all come home from school? 3:30. Yours how 12?
Government has reduced the time now, so 7 to 11:45 school is there.
Every day?
Yeah,
Which school?
7 days. And now government has reduced more, so 7 to 10 for us.
Really?
From Monday onwards. Then it's 40 about temperature nowadays. So government told that all this.
Then your government is different from other government so much.
I know, so 7 to 10 school is
Achha. But that's because of your test or regularly only.
regularly also. Testing only for the 10th standard, but the other students are also there. For them also 7 to 10.
All other schools are coming later only, no? Second what age?
Well, now, in the month of May, it's on 12 o'clock, and after it's
1:30. Regularly it's 1:30. Now in April, 1:30.
in April, till 12 o'clock.
Which school?
From July. From
July
July
also. You are not with school? All four of you.
No, presentation.
What time you leave?
7
स्कूल छूटता कितने बजे?
8 स्कूल छूटता
1 बजे. So you're home at? You're at
पहुंचता है
1:30 नहीं बोलते 1:30 बोलते. It's still 1:30. Ryan is maximum, na?
I mean, our school has fans even.
No, I mean, father is
You're the more good fans. It's hot also.
Have you visited Nehru branch? Never. It's like
Nehru branch is under only, na? वो अंदर नीचे की तरफ ना?
now it is worse. Like that.
अच्छा. In what thing like fans or something else?
Everything.
Last year. Next year. Forget it. Just think कितने साल चलेंगे ना only 1 year. Your school is good. Every day the needs to but now after coming home also you have ample time to eat, rest and study. There's more time to study also. See, till 11 she said I do some time pass. After that I sit and study.
Because in evening also I read, so 8:45 reach home. So after that having dinner and go to bed. So it's wake up in the morning.
Yes, you can't study much at night. So you're getting the entire day also for your पहुंचो ready हो and
मैंने स्कूल में पढ़ा स्कूल से एक बच्चा पूछ लिया
अच्छी है ना स्कूल.
उधर इज सो नाइस पूरा था
What happened?
What happened?
उसके घर पे उसको
Issues there. ऐसा
अच्छा
काम करने को ये Okay, so our last two para. Who was to read now? How will you all divide it into you three now? तीन बच्चे हैं. तीनों जैसे भी करके divide करो. Okay, चलो. I'll tell you. So the first child reads till this beam, third last line. Okay, third last line, beam. Second one reads till where? Brutal work. और मेरे पास आपकी उसको brutal work से थोड़ा आगे लेना पड़ेगा. Till waste course चलो. Last is code tips. ठीक है. मैम AC ऑफ. Increase the temperature. There's no beep also coming. I can't see anything here also. Let's see. You shift to this side if you want. Or shift towards that side. If it's coming directly on your head. Okay.
Listen, I interrupted drawing myself up and animating my features to their full extent and speaking with a withering scorn that should have blasted the man on the spot. Listen, I came here for a photograph, a picture, something which would have looked like me. I wanted something that would depict my face as heaven gave it to me. Humble, though the gift may have been.
I wanted something that my friends might keep after my death. To reconcile them to my loss. It seems that I was mistaken. What I wanted is no longer that. Go on then with your brutal work. Take a negative or whatever it is you call it. Dip it in sulfide, fluoride, oxide, anything you like. Remove the eyes, correct the mouth, adjust the face. Restore the lips, reanimate the necktie, and reconstruct the waist.
Coat it with an inch of nose shape, it emboss it, grade it, and make it clean even you acknowledge that it is finished. Then when you have done on that, keep it for yourself and your friend. They may value it. To me, it is but a botanist, a bubble. I broke into tears and
So now, what is he saying? See, the protagonist is angry. So he says, listen, I interrupted drawing myself up. Drawing myself up means standing up. With animating my features to their full extent. Animating my features means with full expressions. Normally, when you want to be a little cultured, a little decent, you won't show your expressions. But when you are in your real self, then all your expressions will come across. So now he was full of expressions. And speaking with a withering scorn. Withering scorn, write down anger. Withering scorn, anger. And over there, animating my features, write down with full expressions. With? Okay? So, I'm speaking with a withering scorn that should have blasted the man on the spot. Because this was, you know what is meant by this was the last straw. Means?
Last chance.
He had reached his limits. He couldn't take it anymore. So listen, I came here for a photograph, a picture, something which would have looked like me. I wanted something that would depict my face as heaven gave it to me. Heaven means that would show my face as God has given it to me. Humble though the gift may have been. Humble means however it is. It may be average looking. Like, sometimes the person when we say a person comes from a humble background, we say that he comes from like a middle class. He is not from a very rich family, middle. So here it means humble, my face, humble though it may have been, as it may have been. Means that shows that the protagonist is pretty average looking. Okay, now the next line tells you why he wanted the photograph. I wanted something that my friends might keep after my death to reconcile them to my loss. Reconcile them means when they miss me at that time.
Memories.
Memories. Yes, it would be like a memory for my friends after I was dead. I wanted to give it to them now. What I wanted is no longer done. Go on then with your brutal work. Take your negative or whatever it is you call it, dip it in sulfide, bromide, oxide, cowhide, anything you like. Here again he is exaggerating, he is being sarcastic. Cowhide क्या होता है actually? Cowhide is cow का skin, leather. Okay? So it's just because it's rhyming, he's saying do whatever the hell you want to do. Anything you like. Remove the eyes, correct the mouth, adjust the face, restore the lips, reanimate the necktie. कि तुम फेस का क्या, तुमको मेरे नेकटाई का भी क्या करना है तुम करो. And reconstruct the waistcoat. Coat it with an inch of gloss. Means coat my photograph with 1 whole inch of gloss. You want to make it shine, do it. Shade it. Emboss it. Emboss is decorate. What other decorations you want to do? Do. Gild it. Gild means put a gold covering also on my face. Till even you acknowledge that it is finished. Finally, till the time you feel it is complete and perfect as per your standards. Then when you have done all that, keep it for yourself and your friends. They may value it. To me, it is but a worthless bauble. Worthless bauble, small decoration. It is nothing but a piece of decoration for me. To me, it is but. So here, but means nothing other than. Okay? It is only. It is nothing but a worthless bauble, a silly decoration, and finally he broke into tears and he left.
You broke into tears.
रोने लगा.
रो के बाद
चला गया वो. उसको वो नहीं चाहिए था ना. उसको अपना फोटो चाहिए था. अपना फोटो किधर मिला? Okay, I'll give you some questions. लिखो. ठीक है, notebooks out. I'll give you some questions. Understood the story, no, all of you? Yeah? Means?
मतलब ये आने के चांसेस है ऐसा.
Boards?
हाँ.
कोई भी नहीं बोल सकता. ये आने की चांसेस
जैसे
है.
लगता है ना. हाँ.
बोलो ऐसे. You see, in your English you can't omit anything. कुछ भी आ सकता है. Anyway, 5 only your life.
हाँ, but Julius
5 chapters.
Julius Caesar के 3 ना.
Julius Caesar 3 acts. Again, you can't skip anything, but you can at least say Act 3 is important because that talks about the death, assassination of Julius Caesar. But again, there's nothing that you can afford to skip.
Julius is very like hectic part of the English.
What? What is hectic part?
Julius is the language, like it is not a proper English. Sometimes it's hard.
You won't have a problem if you understood properly. Which book are you using?
Evergreen.
Evergreen has the translation on the side, no? And now what do you know when I teach you all, no, in name, I'll explain it to you all first. Then I'll show you the movie. That part of the movie that I've explained. So your understanding will be better because you'll be watching it. You'll be able to relate better. That's why I said we'll do it in May, that takes time. बाईगई में तो मैं एक दिन में एक ऐड खत्म कर सकती हूँ. But I'll do it properly with you all so you'll understand. Okay. So write down the question. Why does the narrator say with a face like mine? With a face like mine. You all can mark it in your textbook if you all want. कि वो कहाँ पे वो बोल रहा है. Okay, in your textbook, go to that. I waited for an hour. I read beginning part. Ladies compartment, unwarrantable things, in breaking in on the privacy of this man's scientific pursuits with a face like mine. Got it? Which way this it is?
140.
Okay. So your question is, why does the narrator say with a face like mine? Question mark. What does it suggest about the narrator? So, what will you write for this? With a face like mine would imply that it does not match up to his face, does not match up to the standards of accepted beauty. Okay? And second part is, what does it suggest about the narrator? He accepts. He is aware, well aware of himself, and he also accepts it. Yes. Okay. Do you want to write it first?
Yes.
Write it. No, you're right. I gave you another gist of it. So first is with a face like mine means what? That according to him, his face did not match up to the beauty standards of the world. And what does it suggest about the narrator? He accepts the way he is and fully realizes it. Huh? So tell me what you have written. Boys, one of you all read. 40-year-old? Who's reading?
No.
You read. क्या लिखा बता?
I mean to see that I had done an unwarranted statement in on the privacy of this man's scientific pursuits to meet a baseline plan.
Answer?
हम यही है.
ये answer. Somebody else read. Yes, you will write in second person, no?
Oh, second.
That the author felt this. But you now wait, I'll make somebody listen, you listen and then you write. So one of you will read one बोल रहा है तुम से.
The narrator says that a face like mine, because we already acknowledge that its face does not live up to the beauty standards. This shows that he accepts and is acknowledged about himself.
Yes, accept about himself, acknowledges and accepts himself the way he is. Yeah, tell in your own words. Your girls, one of your who will tell?
By the statement with a face like mine, the narrator implies that his face doesn't meet the beauty standards of the photographer. He is well aware of the variance and he accepts.
Okay. Beauty standards of the world outside. Because we always follow the external environment, na? External expectations. Huh? ठीक है. Next question I'll read it. Which of the narrators facial features had the photographer altered? Which of the facial features had the photographer altered? Of the narrator had the photographer altered? अभिषेक रीड कर।
मैम अभी
अभी तक क्या लिखा बता?
मैम मैं फर्स्ट ईयर मैम सेकेंडरी
हाँ
मैम लिखा हूँ।
क्या लिख रहा है? पढ़ क्या लिख रहा है? You're not writing an essay or what? Finish fast. Don't copy, huh? Don't copy. हो गया? पढ़।
Narrator altered his facial features in offensive way. He altered his face by saying that it was quite wrong. He also altered his head in a very bad way. And also ears by saying that they are bad. At that point of time, narrator.
Yours very edited. Yours he didn't.
Yours perfect.
Yours were the only features which were as it is. So you all will write about eyes, eyebrows, hairline, mouth,
Yeah,
and
that's all.
eyebrows we said. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 things. Okay? Read one of you all. ये ठीक से नहीं पढ़ा तो दोनों में से कोई पढ़ो ही read और you read who पढ़ answer huh oh, what is it okay till then one of you girls read she read earlier she is writing
I didn't write about eyes.
next one you read.
The facial features of narrators altered by photographer were he had removed his eyebrows and instead of lifting put new ones by using the process known as delphi. It is the process for putting the new one. Narrator hair on the forehead were taken little above by the photographer. His mouth was adjusted because it was too low as per the photographer, and the ears were as perfect as it was.
Eyes you wrote eyes also start the beginning is it begins with the eyes then it is the
But
eyes
is it perfect?
yeah that's good enough over read
The photographer altered over all facial structure of the man, excluding the ears. He don't like the eyebrows of the man.
didn't like
Didn't like the eyebrows of the man, so he removed it. And he refreshed his eyes and he moved his hair away from the brain.
okay okay fine in very short you've written but it's okay he's covered everything no eyes he wrote mouth you didn't mention
He wrote ears, I guess. He changed ears.
he changed ears you wrote nahi na
Excluding the ears.
excluding the ears he said but mouth he took the mouth a little higher because he felt the mouth was too low so that one mouth ka point included
मैम चार्ट ये eyes mouth और
mouth eyebrows
eyebrows
और हाँ eyebrows भी change किया निकाल दिया और दूसरा डाला and hairline he liked the hair away from the brow तो वो hairline ऊपर लिया
hairline
हाँ hairline he altered the hairline yes okay next question next question लिखो at the end of the story the narrator flies into a rage flies into a rage flies into a rage means he gets angry flies Yes. Flies into a rage means he gets angry. Full stop. What makes
Mr. flies to the rage.
flies into a rage? Full stop. क्या लिख रहा है?
Ma'am, ये flies to the rage.
Flies into
Into the rage.
a rage. लिखा? Full stop. What makes him angry? What makes him angry? Question mark. How would you justify the narrator's angry outburst? I'm reading the question again. At the end of the story, the narrator flies into a rage. What makes him angry? And how would you justify the narrator's angry outburst? Means, how do you feel that he was right in getting angry?
Ma'am, how do you say you justify the narrator?
Narrator's angry outburst.
Very outburst.
So here what are you going to write? That when he saw the photograph, he could not recognize himself. All the features were edited to such an extent, okay? And also you will write about his confidence in his looks and his accepting himself the way he was. So obviously he will not accept an image which does not look like him. Okay? And what was the last part of the question? How can you justify? And there even you can write that part that I gave you about body shaming or face shaming. He realizes that his self-esteem has been attacked and he has been body shamed, which he does not accept. Okay? On these lines you will write. What do you ask me?
I asked you what was it?
He feels offended. His picture has been edited to such an extent. He has a good image, self-image about himself. So when he sees a picture like that, he feels that his own self-esteem has been attacked. Okay? And he has been body shamed. यहाँ पे था ना कि no, that theme I have given you. तू बता मेरे को क्या लिखता क्या है बता बता
ये
यार बुक बता डोंट वरी गिव मी देखने दे क्या है शो मुश्किल होता है आंसर लिखने को चलिए जैसा लिख पाता है do your best you understood what the story is no then अपने words में लिख अब क्वेश्चन क्या है?
हाँ
क्वेश्चन का मीनिंग क्या है?
हम हर का
हाँ
हम ये the end of the story the narrator dives into the arranged part
उसका मतलब क्या है?
हाँ
क्वेश्चन में पूछा क्या गया है?
ये हम narrator को इससे में story ये sorry
हाँ।
ये फोटो ये एडिटिंग किया था
हाँ,
फोटोग्राफ
तो क्वेश्चन तेरे को समझ गया अच्छे से ना कि वो गुस्सा क्यों होता है, करेक्ट? वही मेन चीज पूछा है, तो उसपे यू नो द आंसर कि वो क्यों गुस्सा हुआ। एडिटिंग इतना किया कि ही डिडंट लाइक इट, तो उतना पार्ट लिख। तो मतलब तेरे को इंग्लिश में एक्सप्रेस करने को मुश्किल होता है, समझ रहा है सब, है ना? ठीक है, अपने हिसाब से ट्राई कर। Same thing that you are thinking, write in English. You know, this time now, words. Read. After that,
The narrator was angry because as he saw his photograph, he didn't recognize himself as many facial structures had changed, even removed. And when he saw such a picture of himself,
structure mat dal, features dal. Structure means the shape of a face, no? It was the features.
and when he saw such a picture of himself, his self-esteem was frightened and he felt very angry. We can say narrator's outburst was right because according to him, the edited photo was considered an act of body shaming for him.
Yes, good. You need yours?
The narrator had already had enough the other day when he saw the picture at first glance he couldn't recognize himself. He got outraged as he had great self-esteem about his face and he felt that his self-esteem was being attacked after the photographer had animated his picture.
Okay. Now see, you have said he had a great self-esteem. वो भी गलत है. ये होगा that he had accepted, he knew what the okay, chal, but
The narrator had accepted his looks already and was not willing for someone to animate his facial features. He felt that he was being face
he when he was being
shamed.
patient. Okay, good enough. You all want to read yours? You want to read? Yes.
The story ends with the narrator flying to a rage because the photographer shows protagonist's photo, which has been completely edited, shows that he was indirectly face shamed, which broke the self-esteem of the protagonist. He had
योग के बदले affected look.
protagonist. He had a good self-picture of himself, but completely edited.
Self-image. What did you say? He had a good self-picture, no? Self-image.
He had a good self-image of himself, but completely edited facial features, except his ears, breaks him into tears and offends him. And it's completely normal to express anger on face shaming. Hence, the narrator's angry outburst was
Justified. Okay. One more thing you have done, see, first in your starting, the beginning of your answer, you have written in the past tense. Then last 2-3 lines में वो present tense में हो जाता है. That should not happen. Keep the tense the same throughout. Huh? Otherwise, good points, everything has been in. You read. Let everyone read this.
When narrator saw the photograph, he was not able to recognize himself. His photo was edited to such an extent that he started thinking that his self-esteem was broken down by the photographer. These reasons made the narrator angry and fled into a rage. Flew into a rage. Narrator's anger was totally acceptable as the photographer edited his photo to such an extent. This shows that it was an act of audition. Oh, this was an act of audition.
Okay. And that the narrator's angry outburst was
Yes.
justified. Okay. You read.
When the poet saw the photo of his that the photographer clicked, he was angry because the photo of his was edited.
Hmm.
He, the photographer changed his eyes,
Hmm.
mouth, and his lips,
Hmm.
lips, and lips.
Hmm?
Sorry.
और लिखना है कंटिन्यू करिए तीनों का सुन के फिर तेरा बाकी का सुनिए
Because the photographer did not like the face of the narrator and he accepts the cause and he also not was out of the drawing and the photograph taken by the photograph taken by the photographer was edited to such an extent and the narrator did not accept that and first one was face shaming or the theme of insecurity or the and also the attack on his self.
So it was just you know one point I liked about his answer where he said that your answer begins with that after that initial episode. What have you written there?
The narrator had already had enough.
Yes. So that is a good point that he had already had enough with the previous experience. So this added to it and this was like the last straw. He could not take it anymore. So that point you all can also include. Chalo, read.
At the end of this humorous story, narrator
Go answer that.
got angry because when
You
the
didn't. Show me a book. You get an answer. Starts from here, this arrow. Chalo. Actually, this much is needed for your 3 or 4 mark answers.
At the end of this humorous story, narrator got angry because when the narrator went to take a photo at the photo shop, at first the photographer did not welcome him, and on top of that, he told him to wait. Also, an hour went, and this was his valuable time. After an hour, narrator went inside to take photo. While clicking the photo, the photographer went inside the camera, and he was also praying for the perfect photo. Photographer told him that his face was not perfect for the photos, and the narrator accepted it. Narrator also followed the way that the photographer told him for a three-quarter photo that was taken. Photographer called him on Saturday after because the photo was being edited, and after the editing, the narrator saw photo and he went into totally tempered because his photo was totally edited and he was not able to recognize his photo, and this all affected his self-esteem.
अच्छा मैं बोलूं क्या कि
हाँ
हमारी
सही कर दिए.
बहुत लोग ऐसा करते हैं but in what way if I would have asked you summary give a summary of the story तो क्या अलग है इनको भी समझा दे मेरे बोलने के पहले ये लोग ने बोला समरी अगर मैं पूछती give a summary तो क्या अलग लिखती तो मार्क्स कहाँ से मिलेंगे एक क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे समरी तो एक क्वेश्चन ये होगा तू क्या सेम लिखेगी और तेरे को मार्क्स 3+3 4+4 मिलेगा so you have to write appropriate to your question your length is good of the answer but वो question के हिसाब से appropriate नहीं मिला question में क्या है
then we have to write the ways that we made him angry.
So you have written Pura Ramayan, but the main crux of it, you must have spent only one line on it. So अगली बार ध्यान रखना as per keep the question in mind and then write your answer. Summary होता तो अच्छे marks मिलते. ये question Okay? But at least from this we understand you have understood the story. Okay, you read yours. तेरा हो गया ना? इसके बाद देखो पढ़ना है.
At the end of the story, the narrator gets furious after seeing his picture as he could not recognize himself. His picture had been unrealistically edited, his features were changed, and his self-esteem was attacked. He was confident in the way he looked, and hence he was furious after seeing the way the photographer had changed his features.
And then abrupt ending.
Yeah, I haven't written about how the Zambia is.
Yeah, then one. I'm like, हाँ और क्या है बोलो. But then your answer is ended.
I also made up the paper.
Now you heard how they've written, no? So next time alter your answers. Your previous answers were good. अब भैया जी पढ़िए.
When the poet so
तू टेंशन मत ले. जो इसने लिखा ना, इसने तो समरी लिख दिया. तू तो भी अपने कैसे भी लिख रहा है. तू आंसर के हिसाब से लिख रहा है ना, तो तेरे को ज्यादा मार्क्स मिलेंगे. ये पर्टिकुलर बाकियों का बोल नहीं सकती. ये पर्टिकुलर आंसर के लिए. ओके रीड.
when the poet saw the photo of his dad, the photographer.
पोएट कौन है?
हाँ, नहीं narrator ना, अरे मुझे sorry. He was shocked and angry because the photo of his was edited.
But photo was edited. Read.
हाँ,
आगे पढ़ना.
इसका तो पहले भी पढ़ा था.
पढ़ने से आगे पढ़. वो मेरे को पता है तूने कहाँ तक पढ़ा है. पढ़.
And he changed his eyes, mouth, and lips. Making cheese.
हाँ.
Lips.
हाँ
And
आगे.
he was.
ऐसा was बोल. was. अच्छा कोई बात नहीं. बोल जैसा बोलता है. समझते हैं हम लोग तू क्या बोल रहा है. पढ़.
Telling him that if you want to change your face, lips, we can change.
And then the narrator got.
The narrator got.
He was happy.
No.
So right, the narrator was
Soft and left the
angry,
and
and he left the room.
he left the studio.
Yes. Lick वैसा. Why people laugh?
But we are laughing on another topic. We are not laughing.
But ऐसा type of other topic why now? Every time other topics come up at such times. Just now we are doing about this. Each one will do according to his or her own capability. There may be some who may do worse than you, some who may do better than you. Most of them will even your. ठीक है. Couple of minutes more. Keep your books inside. I will ask you orally propositions. Next week, haunted houses. Back to the. So we do girls versus boys. Okay. So, five minutes. Okay. Sure. What's first? Truth prevailed dash the long run. Only one person has to answer. Huh?
No, it's trivial.
Dash the long run.
About,
No.
by,
No. Each one's one turn.
From.
No. In the long run. Boy's turn. She stood, dash the river and watched the ships pass, dash.
Ma'am, the river.
She stood, dash the river.
By
By the.
Both the places is by. She stood by the river and watched the ships pass by. She took some money, dash her father from. Easy, this is also. He is very upset, dash me.
He was
By
very
me.
upset.
Upset,
From.
Arre,
MC
Because of
was.
very upset, dash me.
With.
With. Yeah, buy from. He is longing, dash meet me. Yes. It has been a long time, dash I saw her last. Since. The worker asked, dash his wages. She's answering, but she's not answering confidently. She knows, but she's not confident.
confidence.
There are some children like that. They know, but they won't be confident. And there are some who won't know very well, but still they'll be confident. Okay, your turn now. The cat sprang, dash the table.
On the table.
Upon.
Only.
When it shows move,
Sprang.
what do you do?
Cat sprang.
Sprang, so means it's showing movement, so upon it. She ran, dash the policeman for help.
After.
Two.
She ran to
Towards. She ran towards. She ran after the woman. Help me. Towards. Your turn. Let us divide the money, dash the two of us.
Into
Between.
between two of us.
Between. When is between and when is amongst?
There are two persons.
Two people.
Among is
Among
between.
is written out. Your turn. He refused to comply, dash my request. Comply means agree.
On.
He refused to comply, dash my request. It's with. Okay, your turn now. Girls are thinking. There is a bus stop, dash the end of the road.
At the
She lost her ring, dash the sand.
in the
Sand.
sand.
In the sand. Last one. I started with your, ना? तो your last. अब इसका एक ही चांस मिलेगा. गलत मत करना. Suddenly he jumped, dash the river.
Into the river.
एक और दूँ. One more for each, हाँ? चलो. Girls last. तुम लोग आंसर मत दो. And y'all don't think too much that they give. His mother died dash cholera. Cholera, a disease, problem, illness, by. Please, it's easy. Please don't leave dash me.
Please don't leave.
Acha, got it.
You're not going to leave. Only you all will leave, so don't leave dash me. Don't leave with me means I will stay back.
Without.
Without.
Yes, I got it.
See you all next week.
Bye.